flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah.
What's up, Eagles Nation, and welcome to another episode of Eagles Connect. Finally coming out of the cave and doing an episode about Eagles needs and what we should do, if we should address them through free agency or the draft. Now, this is being recorded on March 16th in the afternoon, so things can change. But as of right now, Day 2 of the legal tampering period is coming to an end, and free agency in the NFL New Year is officially going to open at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, before I get to the big Eagles signing, I want to touch on a position that a lot of people is talking about, and that position is the QB position. Now, I know there's been debate amongst Eagle fans and NFL fans around the country whether the QB position is a need for the Eagles. And I personally think that's the wrong question. We should be asking a different question. Now, Jalen Hurts had an up and down season last season. He showed some flashes of greatness and showed that he can be a playmaker. And then other times he struggled with accuracy and getting the ball down the field as well as making decisions. So is the QB position a need for the Eagles? The answer is yes. And I think we all can't argue that QB is a need in March 2022. But the right question to ask is not if the QB is a need. However, should the QB position be addressed this offseason? And the answer is no, with the exception if we trade for Deshaun Watson. Now, Deshaun Watson was cleared of all criminal charges, and he's only 26, and he showed that he can be an elite quarterback and a top 5 quarterback in the league. But if it's not Deshaun Watson, and as of today, it's looking like it's not, it's said that the Panthers, the Saints, and the Browns have given trade offers to the Texans, and the Texans had approved it, so it's Deshaun Watson's time to decide. So Eagles is not part of that mix. So if it's not Deshaun Watson, you stick with Jalen Hurts. Now, the one thing that I love about Jalen Hurts is his leadership skills and attitude to be a QB in the NFL. Everything else can be worked on, can be fixed, but if you cannot command the locker room and have everyone buy in, you're going to lose the locker room. And that's something that I really admire of Jalen Hurts, and not something that's easy to be taught. It's something that Carson Wentz till this day struggles with, as the Colts ends ties with him only after one season and trade him to the Washington Commanders. So for now, I say you do not address the QB position and you continue to build around Jalen Hurts and give the guy one more chance. We have to remember that last season was technically his rookie year. His first year, he only played 3 games. So last year was his rookie year, and you saw that he did evolve as the season went and got better. So hopefully he could take that Josh Allen leap in year 2. Moving on from the QB position, the one need that the Eagles did address was edge rusher. The Eagles did sign Haason Reddick to a 3-year, $45 million deal with $30 million guaranteed, and I love this move. Haason Reddick, who is a Camden native and went to Temple, is coming home. And anyone who knows me knows I'm a Reddick fan, and I think this is an amazing fit. Eagles are evolving their defense to a hybrid defense in which they will be switching back and forth from a 3-4 to a 4-3. And Reddick is extremely versatile, and he can play Sam, he could play defensive end, whatever you need him, you can put him all over the field. So I honestly think this is an amazing signing. It fits a need. Reddick in his last 2 seasons racked up 23.5 sacks. So, I mean, it's definitely a need. And if you're considering Riddick as an outside linebacker, he's also a defensive end. However, I do believe that the Eagles still do draft a defensive end in the first round as well. And I think they're just going to continue to kind of booster up that defensive line, and then you'll have a rotation with Riddick, Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, and whoever they draft, because I don't think Derek Barnett is coming back. So, the defensive end position looks like it's in good shape, and I think we're going to continue to make adjustments. Now, one of the most glaring need on the Eagles roster, I believe, is the safety position. With both Rodney McLeod and Anthony Harris becoming free agents, Eagles will quickly need to address this position. Now, Rodney McLeod did come out and say that it would be a dream come true to continue to play for the Eagles. And being with Philadelphia for 6 seasons and part of that Super Bowl rosters, I do believe that McLeod gives the Eagles a hometown discount, and we will re-sign him for at least 1 or 2 years. As for Harris, he's only been there for 1 year. I don't think he has any allegiance to the Eagles. I think he leaves and chases the money. But for McLeod, I think we do re-sign him. Now, the obvious choice to sign Marcus Williams, free safety from New Orleans, but he did sign with the Ravens. And you had Justin Reeves signing from Houston to the Chiefs, as well as Jordan Whitehead from the Buccaneers to the Jets. So those were my 3 that I wanted for the safety position, because they were young and they were entering their prime. Now, again, as of Wednesday afternoon, Tyrann Mathieu is still available, and I do think Mathieu, the Honey Badger, is an absolute playmaker. If you pair him with Slay, it would be an amazing secondary, and they would wreak havoc amongst all offenses. My only concern with Mathieu is he is on the wrong side of 25. He's 29 years old, and not only that, he is going to demand money. So we're going to be paying a lot for short-term solution. So I mean, as much as I would love it, and at this point I think that is one of our only options, it is going to command a lot of money for a short-term option. Another short-term option would be Landon Collins, who just got released by the Washington Commanders. Now, Landon Collins, again, at the wrong side of 25. He is at 28, but what are the options we have? And Landon Collins is a 3-time Pro Bowler, and in his last 94 games, he totaled up 11 interceptions, 39 pass defended, 7 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries, 10 sacks, and 676 tackles. So I do think that Landon Collins would be an amazing fit as well. I just don't think that that's what we wanted. We wanted kind of someone younger, and I don't think that's going to happen in this time around in the free agency. Now, if we do want someone younger, Terrell Edmunds out of Pittsburgh is 25 years old. The thing is, I don't know if this is the long-term contract that we wanted to give. I mean, he is a former first-round pick who didn't exactly live up to his draft pick in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, he struggled with being durable, but I know another team is going to give him a chance. I don't know if Jonathan Cannon can turn him around. But, I mean, again, I think he is more of a strong safety in the box type of player. And I don't know if that's necessarily what the Eagles are looking for. Now, another option would be Jabril Peppers, safety for the Giants, who is only 26. The only thing is he played last year 6 games and then tore his ACL. So I don't think Peppers is going to get the money he wants, and he's going to end up signing a 1-year deal. And if he's going to sign the 1-year deal, why not sign with the Giants, a team that he already knows, rather than signing with another team? Now, I don't know if the Giants wants him or not, but he is a really good safety at 26 years old. He only has that torn ACL that he needs to kind of worry about when signing that contract, and he needs to sign a prove-it year. So now, moving from safety, another need is cornerback to play opposite of Darius Slay. Now, there's a lot of rumors that Eagles are interested in signing Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback for the Colts, who has history with Jonathan Gannon. Now, here's the thing. I actually don't mind them signing Rhodes. I get it. Rhodes is 31 years old. However, he does have history with Jonathan Gannon when he was in the Vikings, and then he went to the Colts, and Gannon was able to unlock him and be very, very productive with him. So I think Gannon and Rhodes do have a relationship. My only problem is Rhodes can't be the only option. And I think that's what they're not going to do. I think they sign Rhodes, and then they draft a cornerback in the first round. And here's the thing, right? In the first round, there is a handful of cornerbacks that are really, really good. And I think we will have an option to take one of those cornerbacks. But anyone not named Ahmad Sauce Gardner can use at least a half a season to sit behind Rhodes and Slay. So I honestly don't think this would be a bad decision and a bad signing. It's only a bad signing if Rhodes is the answer, which I don't think it is. Now, again, we can't continue to ignore these positions. We ignored the safety position last year, and look at the position we're in now. And we can't ignore this cornerback position as well. We need to draft a cornerback as well to play behind these players. So I don't think that Rhodes is a bad signing, but I do think that the Eagles take care of this need during the draft. Now, the next need is linebacker, and I also think that they take care of this position in the draft. Now, the top two linebackers in the draft is Devin Lloyd and Nakobe Dean, and I do think that one of them or both may fall to them at 15, 16, or 19. So I think that the Eagles already have Hassan Reddick, and now they're going to kind of concentrate and solidify that role in the draft. So the final position that I do want to talk about is wide receiver. And I know in a lot of mock drafts have the Eagles taking a receiver in the first round. I just don't see it happening. I honestly don't see Howie Roseman drafting a wide receiver in the first round for a third year in a row. I just don't see that happening. I know he came out and he was saying that they think that they're fine in wide receiver. They gave a lot of praise to Quez Watkins, and obviously we have Devontae Smith, but then they did also go and try to trade for Calvin Ridley. So that tells me that I think in this position they are going to tackle free agency. Now, the two wide receivers that are still available is Allen Robinson and Juju Smith-Schuster. And for Allen Robinson, 28 years old, I think he is really productive. I think he's a really good wide receiver. But he's been plagued with bad QB play. In Jacksonville, he had Blake Bortles. Then he went to the Bears. And then he kind of had Trubisky, Nick Foles, and then Justin Fields. So my thing is, if the Eagles can get Allen Robinson, that would be great. I just don't think Allen Robinson, now that finally has a control of where he wants to go, is going to go with Jalen Hurts. I think he rather goes to maybe Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, or somewhere where they have a more elite quarterback. So as much as I would like to have Allen Robinson, I just don't think that the Eagles will be able to sign him. But I do think Juju Smith-Schuster is a really good fit for what we're looking for. He is a slot receiver who is one of the bigger slot receivers and very physical when he's playing that role. And I think that's exactly what we would want. We would want Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins on the outside and put Juju in the slot. So I do think this is a good fit. And remember, his rookie year was one of his best years. And who was he playing across from or right next to? Antonio Brown, and that's where he found most success. Someone who is a route running technician. Well, we have Devontae Smith, who is very similar to Antonio Brown, so I think they both can benefit really, really well together. And I just think Juju, I mean, he had a bad year last year, but I just think that this is a really good fit for both the Eagles as well as Juju to be on this team. So that rounds up what I think the needs are and how we should address it. As always, please subscribe to my Instagram as well as Twitter at eaglesconnect.com. Don't forget to subscribe as well as click on that notification button to see when I put in new episodes. Until next time, this is George signing out.